the game, cause see the boxing voice.
Welcome back, gang, for the first time and hopefully many more to come. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and click on the notifications right here, this little bell, so you can get those emails every time we go.
What's going on, man? This is Alex Lemon with ThaBoxingvoice.com. I'm here with Bazzle, famous trainer now, huh? How you doing, man?
Doing great. Doing great.
Strength and conditioning coach, man. You're working over there at SNAC. First off, I seen some video of you and Mikey Garcia, and let me tell you, Mikey Garcia's power and I mean just the pure fitness of him. It looks, I'm impressed, and I think the world's impressed. They're gonna see it in March.
Yes. Oh yeah.
So what are you guys doing over there? What are you're building a monster?
We were able to have him for about a month, and we were able to have Mikey without sparring. So it was before he really started with his whole full boxing training. So we were able to lay a real good foundation on him, stuff he had never done before. You know, so you can ask Robert when you see him. I mean, Mikey, and I don't think they joke about like, Mikey, you don't even do sit-ups.
Right. They say he never did sit-ups.
So, but you know, strength training isn't about sit-ups and push-ups and squats and lunges. That's not necessarily what it is. Really, what it is, if you want to build. Well, let's say this: it's unnecessary for Mikey to match Errol Spence weight at his weight. He's not going to be. Errol Spence is going to be bigger. But you work on the speed, endurance. You work on explosiveness, reaction. That is strength training too. It's training the energy system, not necessarily the muscle in itself, in and of itself.
But what about the bag? I've seen him hitting that heavy bag, and he's hitting it tremendously with a tremendous power.
Right. Well, we'll use that tool because he did do boxing. You know, he did mitts with VADA. Right. He did. He did train. He shook out. He did hit the bags. Well, we'll use in our facility. We use oxygen, and it's kind of a coined phrase from Victor Conti is oxygen modulation.
Right.
You know, the guy was a bass player. He was a musician before he got into all this craziness. And, you know, your modulation, right? Modulating notes and all that.
And that builds stamina?
It does when we did a low oxygen on that. Everything was low oxygen, which is around 14 to 15%.
Okay.
And his, but at high exertion, hitting the bag with a lot of force, a lot of power, not necessarily just tapping the bag or... Everything was for a purpose, to try to build his reaction, his speed, his reflexes. And when you research, you can research it online, whatever. Yeah. In hypoxia, when you're at that lower oxygen intake, at a high exertion, you increase explosiveness. You tap into fast twitch type 2B muscle fiber. That's the key. Otherwise, you know, when you, like without it, just in this 20.9 sea level about here, so it's about 20.9% oxygen, or 21%, let's just say, forget the 0.9. So you have to do jumping, and we have to really force ourselves to throw hard and throw fast, right? Okay. Where when you're breathing that type of oxygen, when you're breathing that lower oxygen, the slow twitch is like, I'm out, they tapping out. So the fast twitch is immediately engaged. So it's just like that. Boom.
Yeah, man. You guys,
it's ignited, man.
You guys know what you're doing.
Use the words ignited, right? He ignited those fast twitch muscle fibers. You know, and everyone has an opinion. You know, obviously it's a big challenge for Mikey Garcia. He's taking the challenge. He pushed for the fight. He wanted the fight. Right? Errol Spence is
taking the challenge.
Errol Spence will sleep on him. Right? He's going to be like, no, this is a great fighter. So, you know, but there's a one coined phrase that I disagree with. In this aspect, great little man never beats a great big man. I disagree, because most of the examples of that, look in the history of boxing, there's older guys moving up in weight, great little men moving up in weight. Roberto Duran, 32 years old, moving up to fight the great Marvin Hagler, right? When Hagler was like at his freaking prime as a middleweight champion. You know what I mean? It's like those type of examples. It's like, because they always go back to it. You know, like a look at the great Alexis Arguello when he moved up in weight to fight Aaron Pryor. But he was older at the time. He was not in his prime. He was fighting a prime Aaron Pryor. You know what I mean? You got a prime Mikey Garcia. Prime. Not even at his prime yet. moving up to fight, and probably not even at his prime yet, Errol Spence. He's not as good as he's going to be, right? Win or lose, both these guys, they're not as good as they're going to be. They're both just a little hair under their prime or their peak, let's just say, of what they will be in boxing.
Yeah.
So it's a really different. That's why I disagree with the whole great little man never beats a great big man. Shut up. I don't like that whole term. This is two guys going to give it all they got. Both are preparing. Both. I'm sure that Errol Spence is preparing in a way that he probably hasn't in the past. And to be, let's just take this one more step. What is the best thing about this fight that's different than any other fight?
What?
VADA testing, 10 weeks. Never been done. Never been done. 10 weeks.
For 10 weeks.
Testing. 10. 5 fucking weeks, man. That's 5. That's a lot of that anybody can say, hey, whatever, clean. This is going to be a clean, you know, and that's what needs to happen.
And that's a beautiful thing, clean boxing.
Beautiful thing, because it's two great fighters showing everyone, hey, we're doing this on our talent. We're doing this on our skill. We're training, right? We're preparing ourselves for this.
The true way.
No bullshit, right?
Yeah.
And that's the whole thing that's very overlooked. I don't hear anybody talking about that.
Right.
Where is that? Where are the people talking about that? The so-called guys that got the big mouths and saying how everybody's this and that. Shut up, man. Talk about the real thing. Talk about what's really happening. This could be a precedent set, right? This could be a precedent set for all major fights coming forward. That keeps the public, there is no question in that, right? Then the public buys into it and believes it, and they understand, hey man, these are great athletes, right? Great athletes. They don't
Great
need
athletes,
that.
and
they don't need none of that stuff.
And Mikey daring to be great, moving up to Errol Spence, where everyone, the majority of the public thinking that Mikey's going to lose by knockout.
Of course, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, what are your thoughts on that? That everyone, the majority of the public or the boxing fans are saying that Errol Spence is going to knock out Mikey. That, I mean,
look, man, what is that? That's easy, right? It's like saying, the Rams have no chance against the Patriots. Come on, man. That's a good game. That's a defensive game. No one saw that coming.
Right.
Remember that. That's why they play the game, baby. Got it?
And there's definitely defense in boxing, right?
It's like, come on, man. Anybody can talk the talk. It's easy. Throw your opinion out. It's easy. That's an easy way. Oh, yeah, he's bigger. He's going to knock him out. Easy, right?
Yeah.
Shit, man. My job, the job of Mikey's team, well, we help, just a little assist with his training camp.
No, yeah.
Mikey's got a great team. They're tried and true. They've been with him his whole career. They're They're wonderful. I mean, geez, man.
Shit, Robert Garcia.
You know, just to be a part of it, a small part of this is amazing. It's an honor, right?
Right.
And that whole thing is like, that's what you dream about, doing this stuff. I mean, it's like anybody. You know, people come in and they say, "Oh man, what do you think, man? Oh yeah, this guy's gonna get cleaned out or whatever." It's like, are you crazy, man? This is what it's all about.
Oh,
you help prepare somebody to do this. You're a part of this. You lose, it's painful. But boxing is, there's only one guy going to walk out with the win.
Yeah, and this fight's going to go down in history.
And it's painful to lose. I've been on that side.
Oh,
and I've been on the great side where you win. You know, and anybody in this game that thinks anybody walks out of here clean, you fooling yourself. You fooling yourself.
Hey, so you've been working with Andy Vences, right? You're in the corner?
His whole career.
Oh, yeah, his whole career. And once again, he's here on Sunday. Going to be fighting here at the St. Mark Center. Well, what can you tell us about his training camp?
That was great. He did a lot of the track work with Mikey. He was on the track with Mikey Garcia, rubbing elbows with that, you know, that greatness and stuff. And you know, he's one of the most driven guys. Sometimes, I think everybody in this game is a little off. We're all a little nuts, right?
Glad to be in the ring.
If you're not, when you start this game, you're going to get nuts, crazy, once you get into this game. Everyone has their times. You know, Andy's just a very passionate guy. He puts everything out on his sleeve. He's totally dedicated and driven. Where that could drive people off. It's like he's that guy that needs you to be all with him, just as dedicated as he is, to to move forward because he has a dream, he has a goal. And it's very, very single-minded. He wants to be a world champion. You know, I think anybody you see, any of these fighters, they all have that same goal. Everyone has different paths that they take to reach that goal, right? You have a great promoter like Top Rank, and that's the key. It's like a fighter without a promoter to help them, a matchmaker to guide them, you're dead. You're dead in the water. So that he has the Top Rank, I think everything is coming. Like I was talking about Errol Spence, I don't think he's peaked yet.
Right.
I definitely don't think Mikey's peaked yet, even though they're world champions and they're I mean, they're making their, you know, like everyone's like they made it, you know, they're great. I think they got. I don't think we've seen the best of either one of those guys. The same with Andy. He's a young fighter, man.
Oh yeah.
He's like scratching so he's scratching right now.
And he's dedicated.
And that's the thing. And it's like
24/7.
You're not going to be the greatest quote from Muhammad Ali when he turned 50. He said, "A man who thinks at 50 thinks the same way he did at 30, he's wasted 20 years of his life."
Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
Andy's not the same guy he was 6 months ago. He's going to mature. He's going to change. The one thing about boxing, it's a fast track, emotional. I mean, my goodness, man.
Could be real roller coaster, right?
Come on, these guys put themselves through hell their whole lives to get to this point. Each and every fight is that next level. It's that next point. It's that next step. And they basically go in the ring naked in front of their fans, their friends, their family. And win or lose, you know, you gotta hold your head up if you lose. You gotta hold your head up if you win. You gotta act a certain way if you win. You gotta act a certain way if you lose. You know, it's not for everybody, man.
Yeah.
It's not for everybody. In the immortal words of Bruno Escalante, it is not for everybody.
Boxing's not for everybody.
You know what I mean,
Yeah.
It's really rough. So you gotta give it to all these people, all these young men and women who put themselves on the line in this crazy game.
Man, I'm glad you said that about the boxing. I always have a thing I say, boxing is so much more than just boxing. You know what I mean? And that's why I love to be behind this camera like this and giving all the boxing fans in the United States or in the world, giving them the insight, man. Letting them see you guys. You know what I'm saying? Behind the scenes. And appreciate the time, bro. Thank you. And looking forward to seeing you guys on Sunday. Seeing you in the corner, huh?
Thank you. Always enjoy talking with you.
If you enjoyed the video, feel free to hit the like, subscribe, and share. As always, if you want to support us to the next level, head over to the patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice. We have tons of exclusive from Border Wars, from title, betting shows, the list goes on and on and on. But in addition to that, if you guys have questions for fighters, trainers, and promoters, this is where you can submit them. We will run out, get these questions answered, and put it back on the show just for you guys. Appreciate it. Peace.